Today's episode is brought to you by Quip. Quip is out there trying to get you to brush better, and they have excellent ways to do that. And not only that, they have mouthwash now. Also, today we're brought to you by Honey. Honey is here to save you some money on your online purchases. We'll talk about that as well. Now let's jump into this podcast.
Hello, everybody, it's time for Ghost and Crendor.
Ghost and Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Live. Before our recording studio audience. Recording. Wake your ass up, it's up next Crendor in the morning.
Hello, everybody. Whoa, what was that in the morning?
What was that?
I'm not sure. Words started to come out, and then they weren't words. And then, even I was shocked by their lack of words. And I was, I had to question myself halfway through, and then I was like, we're moving on. Time to keep going.
Sometimes you just got to move on.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Sometimes you think to yourself, should I redo that? It doesn't matter.
It's, I think it's a metaphor for life. Sometimes the words just start coming out, and sometimes you just got to give up and move on.
They don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. As quoted by a great philosopher, I think it was...
Smashius Mouthicus. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah. How's your week going?
I just spent the last 3 weeks deep diving and making the most intricate video I've made in, I'm going to say, 10 years. So...
Man.
I'm worn out. I'm tired. I'm at home right now, so if I sound a little different, it's because I'm in a room with giant echoey walls and a wooden table that I can tap on. So, yeah, this is where I'm at right now. I've been in the office, 15-hour days for the last week. My whole world was working, and I'm finally done, and so now I'm going to take a well-deserved break. Thank you very much.
I like how you say your whole world was working, but it feels like that's what it normally is anyway.
Imagine worse. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh boy.
Imagine normally.
I can't imagine that.
Normally I plan okay, I'm gonna go home at a certain time. I'm gonna make dinner. I'm gonna do this, and I consider all of that to be my downtime. But it's still kind of boring, right? But man, I had none of that. I was like, all right, well, a great example. Yesterday I got to the office at 7. My objective was to wrap up the video by 6 so I could get it out on the internet. It was 11:30 and I was like, well, I need 2 more shots and I can't get them tonight, so I'll do it in the morning. So I went to bed, woke up today at 6 a.m., went back to the office, started working more, got all the shots I need, got the video out by noon, and was like, oh, it's done. Yeah. So then I came home and I laid on the couch and I watched a weird Alton Brown episode of Chopped, where I've never seen Chopped chefs suck, but they sucked. It was crazy. Usually they make things, and it's like, oh, well, that's beautiful, but this little thing you need to tweak or this thing you need to tweak. Alton Brown comes on Chopped and he's like, yes, I'm giving you an MRE. You have to make something out of an MRE. He's like, you have to make something out of canned turkey or canned chicken. You have to make something out of blood sausage, blood soup, or something. Crazy stuff. And of course the chefs had no clue what they were doing. And so, because they're all fine, classically trained chefs, and he's giving them garbage. And it was incredible. There was, at one point, this one chef handed them food, and Alton's like, this doesn't seem like you. This seems like you work at a hotel, and you are trying to give me what you would serve your clientele at the hotel. Try to cook better. Just roasting them. It was incredible. The one girl I thought was oh, she's a shoo-in to win. They booted her ass out first. I was like, what? So disappointed.
I feel like I'd love a show where they take the best chefs in the world and they give them the absolute craziest ingredients, more so than what they already do.
That's what this mini series of Chopped is, I think, where it's straight up just Alton Brown trolling people, and it is glorious. It's pretty great. Watching them open up an MRE and being like, what is this? And then them being like, that's what the military eats. And they're like, I don't get it. It's great.
Well, I mean, what's your video's the one where it's like WoW versus Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah. It's finally over. I put a lot of work into it, and now I'm like ready to never think about that subject again. Like I said what I had to say. Time to walk away and never deal with that again.
May the YouTube algorithm luck be with you.
Thank you. You know what? Here's hoping that it at least pays a bill. That's all I can ask for. That's all I can ask for anymore. It's like, all right, do what you do. Yeah, I have no control over it. Once I let it out into the world, I just ignore it. That's how I do with 90% of my video content, is I just ignore it.
I mean, that is kind of what you got to do after a while. You just kind of make things and you're just like, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. You just, once you press live, you just have to accept its fate and be like, will people like it? I don't know, but I'll just let it do its thing. And so, yeah, I've just been at home, like, zonked out. I'm ready to take a long rest. I may even take a nap. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen today? It can get crazy, Crendor. It can get crazy.
Could get crazy. You might even fall asleep. That's how crazy
I may even go to
get.
bed at a decent hour. It could be wild over here.
I've been, I think I mentioned last week about my insomnia stuff.
You know what?
But
can I,
yeah.
before you mention your insomnia stuff, I want to say, I'm not sure if it was last week or one of the times you mentioned like your weird sleeping, and just you saying insomnia right now reminded me that the day after you and I were talking about like your weird sleep,
yeah,
I had a dream, and the dream was straight up just like, I was in my room and I woke up and then I found ants everywhere. I was like, oh my God, that's so gross. Ants are everywhere. And so I like tried my hardest to like clean them. Again, this is a weird dream. To like clean the ants. And then I went back to bed, and when I woke up again, there were cicadas on the walls. And I was freaking out.
Shit.
And then I like woke up from that dream. So I had like a dream within a dream within a dream or some nonsense. I want to blame that on you. I feel like I don't know what any of that means, but I know you're the cause of it.
Oh yeah, I would definitely say that I'm the cause of it. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
even...
whatever nonsense you talked me into that night, I was like, oh no, there are bugs everywhere. I woke up. I, honest to God, looked around my room because I thought it was so real. I thought it wasn't a dream. I was like, how are there bugs in this room? It's like, it's so clean. How are there bugs? Yeah, that was me. Anyway, your problems?
Yeah, so well, I always have a lot of weird dreams, but that's just, we've been over that in the past. Insomnia. My insomnia, I was reading some stuff about it, right? So I went on the Insomnia Reddit, as one does. This one dude's like, I never used to have insomnia, and then I had it so bad for 3 weeks. And he was breaking down, like, what to do. And pretty much it was just kind of like, make a routine. Don't all the typical stuff you would imagine, like take a shower, like a hot shower, so then your body temperature drops after a bit, like calms you down. And then the biggest one is that you don't want to fight the sleep. Like one of the big things with the insomnia is once you
whoa.
What?
You know what? I'm gonna let you finish, but that sounds crazy what you just said.
What? Well,
you don't want to fight.
You're just
sleep?
like, I just was going to bed because I just sit down, up pass out. Like,
what do you mean you don't want to fight the sleep? Fight the sleep.
Because when you're laying there and you can't fall asleep, you just keep being like, all right, come on, like let's go, fall asleep, and you start like telling your body to fall asleep, so you're like fighting it.
But that's
what?
I've never in my life experienced. Even when I've been unable to sleep, I will just close my eyes and lay there and eventually fall asleep.
Well, I guess you don't have insomnia then, do you? You're just
you're right.
I have this thing, and you're like, I've never had that thing. Well, I guess you don't have it.
That's the problem, is everything you have, all the things you have, I don't understand, because I've never, like, what you say to me sounds like crazy person talk.
It's like being like, oh, I ate this thing the other day, it gave me IBS. Like, I ate that thing, and I never got IBS. Well, maybe you don't have IBS then. All right. So what happens is you lay there and you keep trying to fall asleep. You can't fall asleep, so you get frustrated. So it makes you want to fall asleep harder because you're like, come on, body, you're being dumb. And then you're like, we're tired. Why aren't we falling asleep? We're tired. And you just keep not falling asleep, and you keep looking at the clock, and then the clock keeps ticking. And you're like, well, I guess I'm going to not get a lot of sleep. And then you get up, and like it just, it wears you down. But the way you go against that is you never want to get in that mindset. You want to essentially just get up and be like, you know what? Whatever. I guess I'm not sleeping. You go back, and then the less you're worried about something, the more likely it is to happen, because your body just automatically falls asleep. So if you're just that's why if you're sitting there watching a TV show or something, you'll fall asleep because your body's just like not worrying about it or anything. It's like distracting your mind. So it's like, that's why you can listen to podcasts or whatever to fall asleep, because it takes your mind off it and you're more likely to fall asleep.
Okay. I'm not going to... I clearly, you've told me I can't question any of this. So I just accept what you're saying. Oh, I am. But I'm not going to do it to you because it's obvious that I don't have answers and you're not going to give them.
What are your questions? I got answers.
I've
got so many answers.
I don't understand. Like, I can't even get into your mindset. I don't understand how you can sit there and just be like,
go to bed, brain. Go to bed, brain. Go to bed, me.
Go to bed. Like, in my mind, I'm like, well, of course that's gonna keep you awake. You're not shutting down. You're like, oh, I'm so worked up over my inability to sleep. I'm like, well, of course.
Yeah. What's the question?
Why can't you not do that?
Because it's like a subconscious thing.
What do you mean?
Your brain is just like making you freak out as like a fight or flight response, because your brain's just like, oh my god, we're not going to sleep, we're going to feel awful tomorrow, right? It's going to be bad.
But if you stop doing that, you go to sleep and then you wouldn't feel awful.
Well, that's the point. How do you stop doing that when your brain keeps doing it? It loops.
Alcohol?
Well,
I don't know. Just offering my support. Yeah.
Just do drugs.
Hard drugs?
I think you just don't experience it, so you just don't understand. It's like the anxiety thing. Like, you might have anxiety to some extent, but you don't got some like bad anxiety. Like, I've had some bad anxiety.
I mean, yeah, I definitely don't have that. But I think I'm an outlier compared to the rest of society. I think I'm a problem. Everyone else I know is like, my anxiety is through the roof. Everything is terrible, and I'm like, it's all right. It's okay. I'm not too worried. Everyone's like, oh, the world's on fire and everything's terrible. And I'm like, yeah, that's happening. Just like,
my thing is like, I only get anxiety about specific things like health or sleep or like, whatever. But some of the other things people get anxiety about, I don't get anxiety about those. So it's like, it varies person to person. But like, here's the thing: you say that, but then you're like, I gotta work like 15 hours a day. Like, I don't do that.
Well, I think it's not anxiety for me that I have to work 1 billion hours a day. It's, I don't know what it is. I'm not like stressed about it. It's something that I know I need to do because I'm trying to complete objectives. If that makes any sense. And I'll be like, I gotta get it done. And until I get it done.
What happens if it doesn't get done?
It will get done.
Well, what if it doesn't? What if you didn't do it?
A great example is the other day. Like I said, I stayed up late, tried to get it done, didn't get it done. Was like, all right, woke up early in the morning and got it done.
Yeah, but what if you didn't do that?
Then I'd wake up. Oh, you mean like every time I say I'm going to work out and then put it off to the next day?
Right. But what if you did that with your work?
I would still, it wouldn't like phase me. Trust me, I do that plenty of times.
So if you're like, this has to get done, and then instead of doing that, you were like, but you know what? I'm going to do something else, like play Final Fantasy or work out. And you did that for a week. Would that bother you?
It wouldn't. I mean, now, no. A long time ago, sure. But like I literally, recently took a week off to go drive into the desert, so I'm not like phased by it. I think that I had to train myself or retrain myself, because I think being a streamer or a YouTuber, you train yourself to stick to a schedule of I need to stream every day, or I need to upload every day, or I need to do this thing every day. And the reasoning behind it is because it's associated and tied to your money, and you just get it in your brain that if you don't do those things, you are going to lose out on money, which literally is your job, right? Like it would be the same way as I imagine if you lost or like if you worked hourly and you lost hours, like how does that affect you? And so it's roughly the same thing. But yeah, I think, after many years of that, I realized that's a shit way to live. And so I've retrained myself to not think that way. So if I don't get something done, like, I said I want to get this video up by Saturday. It clearly wasn't going to happen on Saturday. So it's like, all right, I'm going to get it up Sunday. Like that kind of vibe, where it's like, all right, you know what? I said I would, and it's simply not going to happen. So rather than push myself really hard, I'm just going to take time and get the shots that I want and do the things that I need and get it up tomorrow. And that's what I did. And, if it hadn't gotten up today, I would have thought like, okay, well, I'm not going to upload it late at night, so I'll just do it Monday. Right. And that's kind of where I'm at. And, I'll take time off if I need it. I'm not too stressed about it. Work, like at this point, isn't like a stressor. It's just I have a lot on my plate. My problem is I have the inability to say no. So I'll say yes to people and get caught doing 80 things and just be like, well, I said I'd do it. So then I just do it. Even if it's not necessarily something I'm like super excited about. But I'm like, okay, I guess, I said I'll do it, so I'll do it. That's where I'm at. That's my problem. I need to learn to say no. That's my anxiety. You know what? Maybe I have anxiety over the fact that, like, if I think I say no, like I'll say no to someone, they're be like,
hate you or something.
Yeah, like I'll never work with him again. Maybe that's the vibe, because I've had that happen before. I've said no and then never heard from a person again and been like, okay. So those are probably not good people, but it does stick with you.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There's your anxiety. It's right there.
But it's not
probably not as bad as.
Yeah, I was about to say. I don't think it's as bad as anything you ever explained.
Well, the thing is, like, anxiety isn't in itself bad. Like, anxiety has its purpose. Like, when you're worrying about something, it's your brain trying to, like, survive, being like, should I go into this building? Like, no, that's a bad idea because there could be danger in this building. So it's making you worry to, like, protect you in a way. But, like, the problem is when it overtakes parts of your life where you're like, this is stupid. Why am I worrying about this? And you have to, like, kind of combat your brain over it and just learn to do what you do and just kind of be like, whatever.
I think it takes a lot of failure to get to that point. if that makes any sense.
And possibly therapy.
Yeah, I think I know in my life, like, eventually you fail enough that you're like, well, shit, nothing's that bad. I've seen, this wasn't great. Like, I definitely think that being 29 and losing my job and having to sell everything I ever owned and then move back in with my parents, only to, like, within a year and a half have a career in YouTube, I think it's given me perspective that I don't worry about a lot. Because, like, that was rough. Being, almost 30 and having to move back home is a good old kick to the groin. It changes your perspective on life, and you're like, oh, everything's terrible. But it turned out it wasn't. It turns out that bad it led to good. And so
sounds like you're kind of just talking about exposure therapy in general, where it's like if someone's, like, anxious about talking on the phone, they go to, like, therapy. A lot of times they're just like, well, we're going to make a phone call now, but we're just going to, like, pick up the phone and try to call nobody. And they're like, all right, now we're going to call me and talk to me on the phone. Then we're going to call, like, a close person. Then we're going to call a stranger. And you, like, slowly, work through it, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do that for sharks because they're godless killing machines. But I mean, I can see that with a phone. Yeah, if I had a problem with phone calls, we should do that for post-pandemic stuff. With like going on dates with Jesse. I think that'd be great. By the way, did I mention I had this week I had another fun terrible date. very bad. Not
Ah,
something
how
I'd
was-
write home about. It was
How bad was that?
it was less bad and more very awkward because it reminded me of when I went on dates in New York and people were just like weird. Just like a weird kind of like I don't know. Seemed like a person who hadn't spent a lot of time talking to other human beings besides her cat, which by the way, saw a lot of her cat. Like she went on about her cat so much. And as you know, I'm not really a cat person. Cats aren't my thing. And so she would not shut up about her damn cat the entire time. Was just like, he's what got me through it all. I'm like, cool. Great. So exciting. Yeah.
You know, it's one thing to like casually bring up your cat and be like, "Hey, it's pretty cool. We got through it," and then you move on to like other topics.
No,
Not
that
just-
was every topic went back to the cat. Every topic.
Yeah, that's not good.
I was talking about brunch that I had earlier in the day, and she was just like, "You know what? I would make myself and my cat for brunch." I'm like, "No, stop." So
Made him a little cat mimosa with some turkey. Instead of alcohol, we got like turkey juice and
turkey juice. Oh no! Yeah, it was. I'm going. I figured. Once again. Let me tell you where my priorities lie. Date was over, and I was driving home, and the thought in my head wasn't like, "Oh well, you know what? That was kind of a bummer, but there'll be other people." The thought in my head was, "Oh my God, you promised everyone you had a video you were going to get done by Saturday, and you wasted a whole night on a date that went nowhere, Jesse. Nowhere. What a waste of your time, you idiot." That's what went through my head. I was like, such a waste of time. I could have been working. Which now, thinking about it, I probably could have been done yesterday had I actually. Yeah, that's what went through my head.
Huh. Well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about Insomnia.
Were you about to say, how do we get here? Do we ever
Yeah, it's
know?
like-
Do we? You ask me a question and off
No,
I
we
go.
do, because I was talking about my insomnia, and then you were like, you branched off. I didn't get to tell my insomnia thing.
Well, all right. I guess it's my fault
So-
again.
Yeah. So I was trying to fall asleep. I would there's like the two things. Either I couldn't fall asleep fast, I'd lay there for like an hour, or maybe 2 hours, depending. Or I would wake up after like, one of the worst things, you fall asleep and you wake up like 30 minutes later and you're like, "Bruh," for like no reason. I'm like,
That
all
is the
right.
first time in the history of you making that noise that I know exactly what you're talking about. I've made that noise. That's the first time I get you. Yes.
Yeah. So then I was like, all right. And sometimes I would wake up after like 4.5 hours and be like, man, I must have slept so long. You're like 4.5 hours. And you're like, all right. And then you try to go back to sleep. Maybe you can't. Or maybe, there's people like mowing the lawn outside. So you just hear like, and you're like, all right. And then I would like fall asleep and wake up every like hour and a half. Be like, oh, there's one sleep cycle. Here we go again. Fall back, wake up, like, oh, there's another sleep cycle. And then I'd have like some crazy dream, and I'd be like, oh my God, that dream was crazy. I should write it down. I'm like, nah, I'll remember it. And then I'd wake up again and not remember it. And then there's a lot of that. And then I was like, all right. So the one guy was like, why don't you just write before you go to bed, like write down as like a little journal thing. All your like stresses and worries and whatever. So you like write it all down and you're just like, whatever, I'll worry about it later. And I like wrote it out. So I did that and I was like, all right, just do a little writing, 5 minutes, and close the thing, go to bed. And I fell asleep in like 5 minutes. And I woke up once after like 4.5 hours, and I fell back asleep, and I woke up like 4.5 hours later. I was like, dude,
You slept for 9 hours. You got 9 hours of sleep out of that?
I think because I'd been sleeping like 6 or 7 hours. My body needed the extra bump, And
I get
so,
you.
And then I was like, all right, I'm going to do this every night. So I've been writing every night before bed, just writing down like a little journal thing. And then I've fallen asleep in like 5 to 10 minutes every night. And now the last couple nights, I've woken up only once, I think, and I've been sleeping like 7.5, 8 hours. So I think I fixed it.
Not bad. Do you ever have that thing where you like go to bed and you wake up, I don't know, 4.5 hours later, and you're like fully recharged. You feel great. Everything is great. And you're like, oh, I mean, I guess I'll get an early start of the day. You go take a shower, you make breakfast, you do your whole morning routine. And then 2 hours later, you're like, why did I do this? But you're already like started with your day. So you're like, I might as well just keep going. Have you ever had that happen to you?
Rarely. Usually it's because I can't fall back asleep, and then I'm just like, whatever. Or I have to get up for something anyway. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'll just get up. And then a few hours later, you're like, oh my God, coffee. And then you drink the coffee, and then you're like, all right. And then you're like, ugh. So yeah, I know that's going to hit. So I always try to go back to sleep. But then, you know, on the rare occasion I can't. And I'm just like, all right, here we go. Getting up.
Yeah. It's like nothing helps.
Yeah. No, I feel that. It's not a fun time.
No. But it sounds like a lot of your sleep is not a fun time. It sounds like your whole body is physically afraid of sleep.
Well, I don't think so. I like sleep. It's occasionally, if I have some bad sleep, that's when it starts freaking out. Because then my mind starts racing, and that's when it's bad. Once I like get back into the groove like I am now, then I'm like, all right, great, we're going to sleep. I know it'll be fine, and then I fall asleep.
Now, does Toast have this problem?
She's always had like insomnia stuff. She'll wake up after like 3 hours, like she's got to pee, and then wake up like a couple hours later, and then cat's walking around, and you hear him just being like, "Wow, wow!" It's like freaking out, running around.
So the two of you are like two peas in an insomniac pod, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting. So you probably feed off of each other's insomnia, and are probably just
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
But I think I probably don't have it as bad. I think mine's a little better because I can like, once I get to where I am now, I'll just like go to sleep and wake up like maybe once. That's like it. But she'll probably still wake up a few times. It's you know, some people have a lot where I've talked to people. They're just like 4 hours a night. That's all I got. Every night, that's all I can get. And I'm like, oh my God. I don't know how you do it. Like one of my friends, oh my God, he's just like, I'm like, how much do you sleep? And he's like 4 or 5 hours every night. And he's done that for years. I'm like, you're crazy, dude. And he's like, can't sleep. What are you going to do? I was like, all right.
Yeah, I mean,
he also drinks a lot of beer, so I think that impacts it. If I had to guess, but it's not helping. I know that much. But, you know, that's, fun times.
None of that sounds fun. None of it
I did write down some off-topic things.
I love good off-topic written down things.
Yeah. So the other day, I was like, what if there was another day in the week? What would it be called?
Oh, my God. It has to be named after... Well, it would have to... So we have Friday and Thursday and all these different things. And they're very, like, Nordic, right? Like Thor's Day and Fear's Day, right? So...
Right.
What if it was like... So where would it fall? Where would this day fall? Would it be an extra weekend or would it be a work day?
Wherever you want. See,
You know what?
I said Torsday.
Torsday? Day?
No, Tors, like Tors.
Where would that fall?
Oh, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Thursday? No.
Torsday.
It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That you can't change that. It's unchangeable.
Okay, then we'll go Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Tuesday, Thursday.
Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday? No. It has to be like Tuesday, Thursday, Thursday.
All right, well, what's your day?
I mean, I agree that it needs to be right in the middle, right?
Okay, yeah.
So we have Monday, Tuesday. Then it needs to be Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Right? Because you got to stick with the theme.
Moan's day off to just complain.
You got to like stick with the theme, right? It's got to be like Moon's Day, or or if it's a W, right? Because it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it has to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You got to stick with the theme. You have to stick with the theme.
All right. Yeah, I mean,
I didn't make this up. It's ancient.
I think Torsday's good.
Torsday is very good. I just hate that you came up with it. I hate that it's a combination of Thursday and Tuesday.
Yeah, I've just kind of mixed it up. It just felt like it sounded right. I guess there's also like Thorsday. So there's like Thursday, but you gotta have actual Thorsday.
But that's like pretty much the point. So I feel like, I don't know. Maybe hold on. Let me look up. Let me go to the internet. Norway gods. Ooh, what about maybe Loki gets a day, or Balder, Bald Day, Heim Day,
Bald Day.
Ooh, Ho Day. Oh, Ho Day's a good one.
Ho Day's pretty good.
Ho Day's pretty good. I like that. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
day.
Hose Day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Perfect.
All right. Yeah, I mean, honestly,
I love Hose Day. Hose Day is great. That's my favorite one.
All right. Well, we got that down.
Done.
So,
easy.
Next thing
We're solving problems.
was I overheard some people when I was eating at Culver's. I just wanted to eat at a Culver's because I hadn't eaten at Culver's in like 4 years. It's like, you know what? I'll try a Culver's.
This week, even though there's no Culver's around here, I watched that dude review a Culver's sandwich.
Oh, review, bro.
Yeah, so I feel like I was with you on this adventure.
Shit, dude. There must have been some hose day in the sky or something. Along
It was a hose day when I watched it.
That's good. So I got a single cheeseburger and a cheese curd, and I got a root beer. They actually got pretty good root beer at Culver's. Big fan. And so
okay,
it was pretty good. So I was eating there, right?
Okay.
And I heard these people eating nearby, and the one person was like, Kohl's and Target are literally the same thing. And I couldn't disagree more.
You mean I agree with you. I think they are not even remotely close. But I'm trying to figure out like how they meant that.
Yeah, like do they mean like the products are similar? That's the only thing I could have like.
But no one's going to Kohl's to buy cards for a birthday.
Yeah,
like
no. Target's got everything.
Yeah, no one's going to go get like a both washer dryer and the washing machine soap at a Kohl's.
Yeah, like
it's just not happening.
Kohl's is like clothes and maybe like some odds and ends, like a pan or like a coffee machine or like a little thing you put on a coffee table, like a statue.
Yeah,
that's like it.
I'm on there right now. I don't see. Yeah, there's just a lot. You can't buy groceries at a Kohl's, but you can buy groceries at a Target.
Yeah, like to me, Kohl's is mainly clothes.
Yes, I think that's what most
majority
people consider it to be. Yes.
Yeah. Plus, Target, you just go there, you look at the price, you buy the thing. Kohl's is like, we got 50% off if you buy 2 or 3 packs of this 50% off 5-pack. I'm like, what the shit's going on? They like price it down like 3 times. They're like, these socks are like $70, but we cut the price by like 70%. And I'm like, you did not do that. They literally just do that so it looks like they give you a great deal, but really it's just priced like how it's normally priced.
That's like this past week on Amazon Prime Day or whatever it was, and I went to go look at this thing. I was like, oh, it's on sale, and it was on sale for $1 off, and I was like, get out of here.
Yeah. The thing, like, it still tricks all the people that are, like, probably over, like, 50. So I feel like if you grow up in that era, you get get mass marketed to, but we've hit an era where like we've been marketed to so much, we figured out all the tricks. Plus, we work in an industry of marketing.
That's true. If you ever want anyone to break it down for you, we got it figured out. Let me tell you, everyone's lying to you all the time.
That's a truther. I'll look at the thing, they're like, oh, 70% off, and I look it up, I'm like, I can get this for like even cheaper on Amazon. It's not 70% off. Mm-hmm. So, but you know, the convenience of it, I'll pay the extra like $2 because I can have it right then. You know. Plus, I like going to those stores, just walking around.
I'm starting to
Probably
question
nostalgic
everything
thing.
I thought. I'm letting you know right now. I was like, wait, what? I'm currently looking at Kohl's deodorants. What? I did not know they sold deodorant at Kohl's.
I didn't know they did either. Is it only online?
I mean, I guess, but here's the thing: they only sell the ones that you hear on like the radio. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
Tom's brand or Schmidt's or what is this? Lavender Sage Ors Alps. Charcoal, magnesium, you know, like that kind of stuff. It isn't, you know, or like, do you want an $18 Polo deodorant? Of course you don't. But oh my God, 2 people bought this, gave it 5 stars. Hold on, time out. Who was buying $18 deodorant? Get out of town.
Gotta figure it out.
Where's the review? How do I look at this review?
Look at that review.
I'm scrolling. It's taking me forever. Okay, here we go. Well, there's one review that actually left feedback, and it is,
okay,
smells good on the hubby, keeps him dry and smelling like he has cologne on. Why not just buy him cologne?
Yeah.
$18? Ridiculous.
I mean,
and that's on sale. It was 20 something. $20 for deodorant? You gotta be out of your mind. It's the only people smelling it are people up in your armpit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he just doesn't want to put on cologne. Maybe he just puts that on, like, whatever you smell, you smell.
You know what? I'm not gonna shame their freak. He's like, get over here and smell my pits, baby. She's like, my man, I love how he smells when I get his armpits. Yeah.
Maybe that's what you're missing in your dating life.
I mean, maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe that's my problem.
Yeah.
Damn, what a fool I am. I've always said I need Polo deodorant. Well, now I know.
Now you know. And then the last thing I wrote down was from a song I heard. It was on one of my EDM song things. But I was like, shit, dude, this is right. And it's, you never realize you're in the moment until it's a memory.
That is one of the most high thoughts anyone has ever had. That's one of those things that is like so obviously true, but only when said are you like, that guy must have been so high.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. But think about it.
I mean, I'm currently appreciating that it is very true. It's totally accurate, but it's also only something a high person would say.
Yeah.
It only someone realize 3/4 the way into a joint would be like, guys, listen to this. Hold on. That's what this is. That's exactly what that is.
So, here's the thing though, right? When people say like, just live in the moment, dude, just live in the moment. You can only live in the moment so much. Like, they're like, some people just don't appreciate the moment. It's like, I can appreciate the moment, but if you keep constantly appreciating the moment, you're not even going to appreciate the moment because you're just trying to appreciate the moment so much.
All right, well, what you just said is actually the ramblings of a crazy person.
It's not.
The whole idea, living in the moment means you don't think about it. You just do. You don't think about living in the moment. You just live in the moment, right? You don't think about doing it. You just do it. If you said to me, I'm coming to LA, we're gonna go get a big fat steak and then throw chicken at squirrels, I'd be like, all right, let's do this. That's living in the moment. I don't know why that's what I came up with. I don't know why that's what I thought our weekend would be.
I mean,
and then we do it, and then it'd be like, well, that was fun. And I wouldn't say let's live in the moment. The moment was happening around us, and we were embracing it. That's living in the moment.
it's not far off from something we probably would do. But
those squirrels need that chicken.
It's I don't know, like, if the thing is I'm trying to get is if some people are trying to live in the moment so hard that they're like not living in the moment because you're constantly focusing on living in the moment when you just have to let it happen.
Give me an example of this.
Like if somebody's like, all right, I gotta live in the moment, we gotta make our best life now, and they're just like going over the top, like trying to do everything crazy, like gotta live in the moment, dude, gotta live in the moment. Like they're just overdoing it, but they're not just like chilling back, laying around, being like, yeah, we're living in the moment, taking it in.
Well, I think there's some people that overdo it, but there's some people who overdo everything, right? Like the person who's an action sports junkie, one day they're going to get hurt living in the moment. But also, there are people who live in the moment who are like, I will eat 16 bars of candied ice cream. Candied ice cream? What the hell's my candied ice cream?
I thought you were going to say bars of gold.
Bars of gold.
16 bars of gold.
Either way, that would hurt coming out the other end. And, you know, he lived in the moment, and now it's a problem. Future you's problem. That's what I'm talking about. I think people who are into, like, you know, crazy stuff, they don't worry about future you, where it's like, I can't move anymore because when I was 22, I flew off a skateboard into a T-Rex. And so, you know, whatever.
That is pretty unfortunate when that happens.
Well, yeah, I mean, who knew? Jurassic Park. It's coming soon.
So those are all the things I wrote down.
Those are some pretty good things. But you know what else is good?
What?
Honey. That's right.
Whoa.
Honey can save you money, Crendor, online when you do your shopping. We've all seen that little promo field at checkout taunting us like, do you have a code, bro? You got a code for me? And you just don't. Well, with Honey, all that searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey will do it for you. It's the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best ones to your cart. Honey supports over 30,000 stores online. They range from tech sites to gaming products to popular fashion brands, even to food delivery. In fact, it was thanks to the help of Honey that I am now the proud owner of some new computer parts.
Ooh.
Imagine you're shopping at one of your favorite sites, and when you go to checkout, the Honey button drops down, and all you got to do is click Apply Coupons. Wait a few seconds. Honey searches the internet for whatever the best coupon may be for that site, and if Honey finds a working coupon, you'll watch the prices drop. It's that simple. All you got to do is go to joinhoney.com/Cox to get it for free. It takes but a few seconds to install. And trust me, it's one of those things that when you start to use it, you'll see not only how easy it is, but how much money it will save you. So go to joinhoney.com/Cox. That's joinhoney.com/Cox. So y'all know we rock and quip over here. It is a thing that we do. It's changing the way you brush. It's changing the way you floss. They even have gum. And now they have mouthwash. I'm not sure if any of you are aware of this, but mouthwash has not really changed that much in 140 years. Most brands still sell big, giant bottles filled with water and alcohol. And that's why oral care experts at Quip were like, we can do better. There's got to be something else we can do for this. And so they're out there trying to give you more of the ingredients you need and less of the stuff that already comes out of all your faucet, right? Plus, their alcohol-free 4 times concentrated mouthwash comes in an eco-friendly refill bottle that's 100% recyclable. It's their way of helping make your mouth a little cleaner and the earth a little greener. You know Quip as the makers of the electronic toothbrush and floss that you hear about all the time. We talk about it on the show frequently. Well, they've launched new mouthwash, and they are here to help keep that mouth of yours clean. Quip mouthwash kills bad germs, helps prevent cavities, leaves you feeling fresh thanks to a formula that gives your mouth everything it needs, nothing it don't. The refillable dispenser's compact footprint will fit in any bathroom, big or small, and with 5 colors and 2 high-end finishes to choose from, you're guaranteed to find a dispenser that matches your style. This is the one mouthwash you definitely won't want to hide under the sink. Sitting on your counter, it's a beautiful reminder to rinse every day, and a subtle way of letting everyone know that your oral care is at the next level. Join the over 5 million mouths already using Quip and start swishing today. If you go to getquip.com/Crendor5 right now, you can get a $5 off mouthwash starter kit. That's $5 off a mouthwash starter kit. Includes refillable dispenser with a 90-dose supply of the 4 times concentrated formula. Go to getquip.com/Crendor5. That's GETQIP.com/Crendor5. Quip, the good habits company. All right, Crendor, let's go to the top of the episode. Let's get the Crendor. There's a traffic out there.
Oh man, we got some traffic out there because everybody's getting ready for the big old 4th of July here in America. Everywhere else is kind of just whatever, people are driving around. But here in America, we got the 4th of July coming up. Hot dog eating contest, one of the staples of 4th of July. Can't wait to see that live again. I'm not going to be there live, but, seeing other people there live, always a great time. How many hot dogs are those hot dog eaters going to eat? We will find out next week. Back to you.
Can I just say those people who eat hot dogs in those contests eat them like serial killers?
It's crazy. They dip the bun in the water,
and then they shove it down. It's so gross.
Yeah, and they shimmy.
Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate all of it. I hate that they just watching them devour the hot dogs in one bite is so gross on every level.
Yeah.
On every level. It's not even cool. I've seen pizza eating contests. Those are kind of fun. I've seen, but maybe I'm missing out the fact that there's probably some dude who dunks the pizza in the water. Oh, I just hate. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate soggy food in general. And so the idea that people do that on purpose makes me so mad.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not a fan of the soggy foods either.
Oh, it's gross. Well,
I guess they're doing it just to win.
Yeah, but is it worth it? Did they really win?
Probably.
Okay, let's go to weather. Yes.
Let's see. Well, I'm gonna check the old thing for a weather recommendation here. Oh, here we go. Someone said you guys need to revisit Kuwait City.
Yeah,
this place has
Kuwait
some crazy
City.
stuff, and the summers average 105.
There we go. The kids want it.
All right.
The kids want it.
All right. Kids want it. All right, we're going to Kuwait City.
Back again, baby.
Kuwait City, Kuwait. I'll let Whoppy do this one.
Lobby activated. Kuwait City, Kuwait. Weather, 94 degrees Fahrenheit. Fair skies. Today, high 96 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity, 36%. Pressure, 29.56 inches of pressure. 6-mile visibility. Wind, 8 miles per hour. 2.62. UV index, 0 of 10. Moon phase, waning gibbous. Daily forecast. Loading, 89 degrees. Monday, 102 degrees, partly cloudy. Tuesday, 103 degrees, sunny. Wednesday, 105 degrees, sunny. Thursday, 115 degrees, sunny. Friday, 115 degrees, sunny. Saturday, 116 degrees, sunny.
Oh my God.
Sunday, 115 degrees, sunny. Monday, 112 degrees, sunny. Tuesday, 109 degrees. Wednesday, 113. Thursday, 114. Friday, 115. Saturday, 117.
Well, you broke him, Kuwait City. You broke him.
Yeah.
Whoppy
Keeps
was just
ranking
doing
every
his
time.
thing, and you broke him.
Too hot.
Can I just say, I went to go look up things to do. And there's a lot of things to do. Surprisingly, a lot of it involves private aerial or driving tours of the city. Which I didn't even know that was a thing, that you could get private tours. But what I did see, two things. One, There's a place called Mirror House, which apparently was the traveler's choice of places to visit in Kuwait City. It is a mirror house that's open to appointments only. And a lady who made it her life's work to make her house covered in mirrors invites you in and takes you on a tour, which is amazing. It looks not even, I can't even describe it to you. It's like all mirror artwork, but it's all like cracked mirrors. So it's like, it's mirror pieces put together to form things. It's wild looking.
Oh
Even
my
though
God,
the
I just
floor's
Googled it.
covered in mirrors. It's crazy.
Yeah, just Google Kuwait City mirror. You'll find it.
It's incredible looking. And then nearby, less than 0.2 miles away, is a place called Choco Melt. This reminds me of that time that I went to, it was myself and Alex and Davis, I think maybe Gerard. It was when we were doing Scary Game Squad in England. And we went to some place. I think it might have been Harrah's. I'm not sure. But in there's a chocolate restaurant. And there were these two dudes sitting there just like gorging on chocolate. And they looked, I'm going to say, I don't know, like 14, 15. And they were just, that's what I imagine is going on in this place. This Choco Melt, it looks like a place where like a bunch of young kids with nothing to lose would just gorge on chocolate.
I would love some chocolate.
Oh, but it does look good. Oh, I have to look away. Oh my God, it looks delicious. Oh, it's so angry. Oh, it's so angering. Wait, hold on. Time out. In the middle of Kuwait City, there's a Chili's?
What? I mean, you gotta have a Chili's.
You know what? This definitely is some sort of like holdover from, when Americans were like hanging out. Do we still have a military base there?
I don't know.
Literally, it's Arabian Gulf Street, Kuwait City, Chili's.
Sir, this place does not have a Chili's. We need to change that right now.
Sir, we did not come here and build a base not to have a Chili's. Do we still have a military base in Kuwait? Yeah, we definitely. Is it right next door to this? Yep, there is definitely one right next door to this. Of course there is. Of course Americans were like, yup. I love this review. The first Chili's in Kuwait, still going strong. Nice. Meanwhile, there are all these amazing restaurants nearby, and it's like, no, we're going to Chili's.
I mean, that's like anywhere. You can go like a city, like, wow, we're in the big city. Where do you want to eat? Like, they got a McDonald's.
I mean, we can stop by the McDonald's. I hate that it's right next to the Mirror House. This house that is like internationally known, and then just next door is the Chili's. Oh, that's gross. I hate that.
There's actually 3 Chili's.
There's 3 Chili's next to it?
I mean, just in the area. Because some of these people love Chili's. They got the American experience.
I guess. I hate that.
This dude, 4 stars. Nice American steak restaurant. I don't know.
I just want to take that guy to a real steakhouse. I just want to although maybe it's one of those things because it's overseas, it's better. You know what I mean?
That's true too. Yeah, it is very possible.
Now I'm feeling the fool. Maybe it is just. Oh, there's a place called the Breakfast Club. Oh my god. That place looked great. 5-star reviews. Oh my god. All right, we just got to stop looking at food. Oh my god, it looks so good. All right. We got to get out of here. We got to not look at that anymore. All right, let's go to sports.
Sports. All right, sports time. Let's see. Over in NBA action, the Phoenix Suns are up 3-1 on the Clippers. They win one more. They go to the finals. And the Bucks and the Hawks will play later today. That series tied at 1. That's going to be a good one. I'm excited because I like all the teams in the finals, or the Eastern-Western finals, except for the Clippers. Not a big fan of the Hawks, but at least it's somebody different. I want a Bucks-Suns finals. That's what I want. Over in NHL, the Montreal Canadiens.
Why did you say NHL?
NHL. The Montreal Canadiens beat the Golden Knights, and the Tampa Bay Lightning beat the New York Islanders. So the Stanley Cup is the Montreal Canadiens and the Tampa Bay Lightning. You've got Canada versus Florida in one of the weird, like, Canada who's like, hockey, let's go, it's our national sport. And then, like, Tampa Bay who's like, woo, we got a hockey team? All right.
That sounds accurate.
So I'm betting on Tampa Bay winning that one. I don't think Canada can overpower the Florida man power.
I mean, Florida's got nothing to lose, ever.
Yeah, exactly. In
Florida
fact, they won
is-
the Stanley Cup like a year or two ago.
Yeah, they're hepped up on goofballs. They got nothing. They got nothing but clear skies.
Yep, nothing but blue skies and golden sunshine all along the way. Mm-hmm. Over in baseball, Boston in first place with the Tampa Bay Rays, a game or a half game behind. White Sox top the Central, Houston top the West, the Mets atop the East, Milwaukee atop the Central, and the Giants atop the West. And the Olympics are going to be happening
They're coming. Here we go.
pretty soon now, less than a month. July 23rd, we're closing in.
Olympic categories. Everyone thinks about like the racing ones and the like,
Yeah.
all the
Gymnastics.
like swimming and but like timeout. All right, Olympic
There's
categories.
the wacky stuff.
Yeah, are these the current Olympic categories? How do I find this stuff? 2 more rows. How do I find this stuff? Oh, okay, here we go. So there's aquatics, gymnastics, which is like, what everyone knows. Basketball, cycling, football, tennis. Football being football, not football. Volleyball, archery. And you know how they do it. They do it with like scopes and shit. Like that's pretty
Oh,
interesting.
yeah.
Badminton, which is hilarious. I love that it's there.
Dude, I
Here's
want
what
to
I'm-
see some competitive badminton.
Right? Here's what I'm here for. Shooting, that's gonna be wild. Judo, that's gonna be wild.
Oh, yeah.
Table tennis, that's gonna be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Fencing, that's gonna be wacky as hell. Taekwondo, wrestling is a good one. I love the rugby. I don't understand rugby to save my life, but I love watching dudes without
Yeah.
pads beat each other up. Karate, and then they have sport climbing and surfing and skateboarding this year. Oh my god!
Oh, my
Here's
God.
the one thing I don't know. What is breaking?
I don't know. What is breaking?
Google search breaking. Breaking sport? What is that? It's breakdance. Oh my god, it's breakdance.
They have breakdancing?
It's breakdancing.
Oh, my God. We got to watch that.
What is the sport of breaking? Breaking, of course. I love how this is NPR.
course.
NPR, amazing. Breaking, of course, is a style of hip-hop dance that includes footwork and athletic moves like back or head spins. The dancers are often called B-boys or B-girls. Get out of town. And they'll be able to compete in the 2024 Olympics in Paris. The International Olympic Committee approved surfing, sport climbing, skateboarding, karate, baseball for men, softball for women. Oh, that's for 2020. So we don't get breaking till 2024. Get out of town.
What?
That would have been worth it. Breaking, yeah, Paris 2024. Do I have to go to Paris in 2024? I will go to watch this. Oh my god, I will be there in the crowd. Look at this. Yo, that's so crazy. Yeah, I guess this year breaking is 2024, but this year they're including athletics. What the hell is just athletics? I thought that was athletics Olympics? Olympic sport. What does that mean, athletics?
I don't know. Athletics. That sounds like what everybody's doing.
Right? What do you mean athletics? Athletic sports. Every time I look up athletic sports, it just takes me to the whole concept of sports. All right. You know what? Someone can tell me in the comments. I ain't got time for
they'll
this.
do it.
This is time for this. I'm just excited about stuff that isn't happening.
Yeah.
But hey, shout out to America. All-time medal winners with 2,522 medals. Next closest is the Soviet Union, which doesn't even exist anymore, with 1,010. So take that.
Mamma mia.
Everyone else is way far behind. I know that shouldn't matter, but in a way, now that I know it, it definitely does. It definitely matters.
Word number one. Word number one.
Okay, what's our big news story? Wait, hold on. What's our other fact that probably doesn't matter of the day?
Woo! Let's go. Dogs actually understand some English. Some owners of disobedient dogs may have trouble believing this, but dogs can learn to recognize a vocabulary of about 165 words. Unsurprisingly, dogs respond best to short words as well as words with hard consonants like T or R, which may explain why they can hear treat from 3 rooms away. If you want to try to expand your dog's vocabulary, be consistent. For example, always call a meal dinner instead of breakfast, lunch, or supper. And don't believe the myth, old dogs can learn words just as well as young dogs.
Interesting. So just being like, get your dinner, and they'll just know.
Yeah, they probably hear like dinner, and they're like, oh.
I love the way that you make dinner. They probably hear like dinner.
Dinner.
Yeah, I can imagine a dog being like, dinner. Now, here's the real question. Those videos where a dog talks to people, are those real?
They gotta be.
Those ones where like they put buttons on the ground and a dog walks up and presses like walk.
Oh, yeah.
Are those? I can't ever tell if those are jokes or real because I want to believe that a dog can learn to be like walk now. Bad owner. Bad owner. Walk now.
That would be funny to see that, but I don't know. All right. Big news story coming in hot.
Big news story.
Police stop exorcism in Home Depot lumber aisle.
I need to know who had the demon. Was it an employee? Was it the lumber? What was going on?
I just picture walking down like, all right, I need some lumber here, and okay, exorcism. All right, let's go the other way. Okay.
And that's an exorcism. All right, just turning my card around.
Pennsylvania police claim they were called to a Home Depot on a report of disorderly people having an exorcism in the lumber aisle.
Why?
The exorcism was for the dead trees and the would-be wood exorcists.
Of course it was. Of course it was.
The would-be wood exorcists were escorted out of the building, according to a now viral post from the Dixon City Police Department. The incident was described in only 27 words, part of a long list of the small town department's daily log of calls, but the post has drawn attention due to its bizarre quality and has been shared more than 550 times. The so-called exorcism, which was said to have taken place at 3:26 p.m., had
an
commenters
afternoon
on the
exorcism.
page.
That's the perfect time.
Perfect time, early afternoon. How does a wood exorcism happen in 2021 and not a single person at Home Depot videoed this for our entertainment? I need answers, one commenter said. Yeah, there we go.
That's what I'm saying. That person is right on the money. How are there people in a Home Depot going like, the power of Christ compels you to like wood? Here's the problem. I wonder if that happens a lot at Home Depot.
What do you mean?
Like, they're just used to it. They're like, oh, boy.
Wood exorcisms?
Just, people shouting the power of Christ compels you at, like, hardware. I don't know.
That's got to happen nonstop.
Yeah, they're used to it. They're like, oh, boy, just call the police again.
Well, that's your...
I mean, like, we don't know why they did this. They just did it?
There were 2 people who took part in the exorcism or whatever it was, and neither was charged.
Well, because they were doing the Lord's work. That was haunted wood. Yeah.
Maybe they actually got rid of the demon in the wood.
Yeah, maybe.
We don't know.
Yeah. Maybe they did their work, and we just don't know the story. The real story is that they defeated that demon in the hardware store. And you're welcome, everyone.
Hey, you know what? Thanks.
All right. Well, that's it for us. Thank you so much for listening or watching. However you're enjoying this podcast, Crendor, hit them with the socials.
We got socials. We got youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast. Listen to all the podcasts over there. Then you can cut off the podcast part, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor. You'll find all the animations there. We're also on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, or maybe some other places. I don't know. Also, check out our stuff. Go watch his WoW video, Final Fantasy thing, youtube.com/Jesse Cox.
Thanks, pal.
Go, yeah. And then go watch my stuff, youtube.com/Crendor. Twitch.tv/JesseCox, Twitch.tv/Crendor, Facebook, Jesse Cox, Facebook, Crendor, Instagram, Notorious Cox, Instagram, Crendor's Taken, Twitter.com/Crendor, Twitter, Jesse Cox. Yay.
Yeah, yo. All right.
Yeah, yo.
Well, thanks so much. We'll see y'all next time. And as always, to be continued.